Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we are going to break down this Eagles versus Saints matchup. Week 17, the Eagles still got one more goal to accomplish, and that is to get the dub and lock up the number one seed, which means home field advantage. And it also gives us an extra week to get healthy. We talk about that. Lane Johnson and Jalen Hurts up next.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we got some things to get into. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all a favor? Help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new on the road to 30K and ding that bell or double check if that bell is dang. So you know when these videos drop or when we go live, all that stuff. We trying to grow notification gang, and we also trying to grow the Chalkboard app. Click the link in the description. Sign up. It's free for Android and iPhone users, and it's a place where we talk Eagle news behind the YouTube scenes. I want to start with the Jalen Hurts and Lane Johnson stuff before we get into the Eagles and Saints matchup. And my thoughts on Jalen Hurts is if he can't go, he can't go. No rush. Listen, this team is going to go as far as Jalen Hurts takes them. I believe this team is good with Gardner Minshew. I believe this team can win some games. But if we're talking about winning 3 games in a row, do or die, fourth quarter clutch, got to take care of the ball. You got to play at the top of your game, not just the quarterback, but the rest of the team. There's times in this game where the defense was flat, where this was flat. Maybe Jalen Hurts' presence, just him in the huddle, just him on the sidelines with his helmet on, changes the complexity of this game because he is the leader of this team. I'm not going to say I'm not here to say we would have won against the Cowboys or we wouldn't. I'm done with that game. We have one more goal in front of us, and that is to lock up the number one seed, but we need Jalen Hurts for the long haul. So if he's good, he's good. If he's questionable, you got to relax. We still got 2 games, although you don't want to get down to the dicey week 18 all or nothing type game. However, the players that played against Dallas can get the job done through my eyes against the Saints, and that's what I'm going to go off of because Jalen Hurts' presence is huge for what is yet to come in the playoffs. Plus, today's Thursday. I'm recording this as the Eagles are practicing, and I have not got an update if Jalen Hurts is practicing or not. He didn't practice yesterday. Things started to seem like he's not playing. I don't want to rush it, but today we will know. So if this video's over and then we get the update on did Jalen Hurts practice, drop it in the comment section if you know before I know, because I know some of y'all be on top of it. But if he doesn't practice today, he's most likely not going to play. We still can get it done. As Lane Johnson goes, he's not going to play into the playoffs, and he does need surgery. Source confirmed Lane needs surgery on his torn abductor, but will wait until the Eagles' playoffs are over to have it. That's a tough dude. Ian Rappaport was the first to report it, but he's going to rehab. He's going to get it as right as he can, and he's going to play whether it's 1 playoff game, 2 playoff games, or 3. 3 will be the ultimate goal. Division, NFC Championship, and Super Bowl with a torn abductor. It still beats having Jack Driscoll in there every single snap. Look, who knows what happens? We did the all-22. Driscoll allowed pressure on Minshew by Dante Fowler right off the gate, and that made him throw the ball in the back of the end zone when he clearly had A.J. Brown wide open for the first down with 1 timeout left. It is what it is. Now we just got to go finish our business this week versus the Saints. Speaking of the Saints, this is a 6-9 team, but they're still trying to rally to get some dubs for a couple reasons. The NFC last spot is so bad now that they still have a mathematical chance to get to the playoffs. We need to beat this team just because the pick and to secure what we've been trying to accomplish since week 1. Like, we knew we had a chance to go undefeated. We knew we had a chance to go this, that, and the third. But the ultimate goal was to be the best team in the NFC. No matter how many losses are on your plate, be the best team in the NFC and accomplish the one goal we set out. And we have the opportunity to do that this week. Now, when you look at this preview, everybody's taking the Eagles. We've seen that multiple times this season. And normally it pays off unless we go ahead and shoot ourselves in the foot. There's one thing in common with both losses the Eagles have in 2022. That is 4 turnovers. Season high 4 turnovers against Washington, season high 4 turnover against the Cowboys, both them resulting in losses. But the crazy thing is you should get blown out if you have 4 turnovers. The Eagles find a way to bring the game down to the last second. Think about all the opportunities we had against Washington with all the fumbles and the miscues in the fourth quarter. Still had a chance to get the ball back with 1:35, but BG gets a flag. And in the Dallas game, we were on the 20-yard line with a chance to score after giving the ball up 4 times. That goes to show that this team does battle. It's battle tested. But the games that we play our brand of football, which is just being consistent and taking care of it, we do not lose. Now, I will say this. Taysom Hill is going to be a problem. They use him at tight end, use him in the slot. They use him at running back. They'll put him at quarterback. You got to pay attention where Taysom Hill is on the field. And the other thing that's kind of caught me off guard when I looked into this game is that, yes, the Saints are 6-9. However, when the Saints rush for over 130 yards, and that mainly is Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, and Taysom Hill. When they combine for over 130 yards, the Saints are 5-1. They're number 9 in the defensive ranking system. They got a good defense. They only score 20 points a game. The Red Rifle is who we thought he was. He's not good. He hasn't been good since he left Cincinnati. He did beat us, though, one time when he's in Dallas. Chris Olave's on the front doorstep of 1,000 yards as a rookie. He's their deep threat. They want to run the ball. It's going to be cold. The one thing I can, hold my hat off to is the Eagles held Zeke and Pollard a pretty good 1-2 punch, better than probably Kamara and Taysom Hill, to only 3.7 yards a carry. They had 31 attempts and got about $115, $120 off that. That magic number of 130, it's no coincidence that when they get that, good things happen for this team because they can play keep away. They can grind it out. They can win time of possession. So we got to come into this game like we did against Tennessee, like we did against Dallas, like we did against all the teams, Saquon Barkley and the Giants, that we knew their first strike, their first hit was going to be power running, finesse running, tough running, because they're going to run it a multitude of ways. So we got to stop that, clean up some things on the outside because, hey, the way we played against Dallas, Andy Dalton might be able to cook us with some Chris Olave if we're just playing off coverage the way we were. Josiah Scott, Slay, miscommunication and cover two. We got to step that up for sure. This is a game that we can enhance our draft pick and lock up everything we wanted since September. The thing that we asked for, the thing that we hoped for since September is right here. And guess what day it's going to be on? New Year's Day. September 2022. We wanted to be the number 1 seed in the NFC and have every single playoff game come through Philly. And on the first day of the new year, we have the opportunity to lock that up. Put some muscle emojis in the chat. We gonna need to be strong-willed, mind and body to get this done because this is not just the same 6-9 team. They did win 2 games in a row, prep more on their defensive side, more on the running game. Again, they're not high-flying guys. They're not gonna put up a 30-burger on us. But if we come into this game, sleep at the wheel, we might lose. Do I think we're gonna lose? No. Minshew is capable with this roster taking care of the ball to get it done. Last thing I'm going to say, the Saints pass defense is top 7, I want to say, but the rush defense is 23rd. So the Eagles, with Gardner Minshew, with having 2 interceptions last week, should have their mindset. We ran Miles Sanders 21 times against Dallas. Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenny G, they got to combine for about 30 rush attempts, 28 to 30 rush attempts. As the Saints want to come in and run the ball on us, we should be able to move the ball on the ground on that Miles Sanders big day, cap off an amazing year so we can get home field advantage. And guess who plays against the Giants? Nobody. Sit Miles. Sit Dickerson. Sit Mulata. Sit Slay. Sit AJ Brown. Because so far, the injury gods have been taking a much needed Eagle player out each and every game these last couple. Avante Maddox done for the season. Lane gonna have to play with a torn abductor. Hurts. You know? Bears, Cowboys, Saints. We've gone through our fair share of injuries down the stretch. Miles Sanders, big day, run the ball in the Saints, sit everybody for the Giants. I'll see y'all in the divisional round. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section, Eagle Nation. It's going to be a great New Year's because we going to get the dub on the first day of 2023, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section because I love hearing from y'all. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.